What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this Age of Sigmar. Getting started with episode 4, I think we're on. Should we just zoom out slightly here? Yes, obviously I've still got these guys that were built from the magazines that I had. I should have put them to one side. We don't need them for this video. What we do need is our magazine. Getting started with Warhammer Age of Sigmar, because last time we got up to Agents of Chaos, and we were going through all those. Now we're on Bringers of Death, so let's read through that a bit. Okay, the dead do not rest easy in the mortal realms. The fell winds of Shyish sweep across the lands, and where they pass, mouldering corpses and unquiet spirits stir. By harnessing this font of necromancy, the champions of death are able to raise entire legions to assail the living. They in turn must serve the inviolable will of their master Nagash, the great necromancer. Nagash is the supreme lord of the undead, the self-proclaimed master of Shyish. Thousands of years before the demise of the world that was, he had mastered the dark art of necromancy. Indeed, there are those who say that Nagash is the progenitor of that morbid craft. Ultimately, every creature of the grave that haunts the mortal realms is Nagash's to control, whether they wish it or otherwise. Once this power was nominally employed in service to the Pantheon of Order, though even then the great necromancer schemed for sole dominion of the realms. Now the armies of the dead are set intractably against the living. Nagash's ambition writ large in the atrocities committed by his minions. So, this Nagash character is around in the old world, it would seem. And he never always saw eye to eye with the Agents of Order. Well, he wouldn't, would he? What's it say here? From the sepulchral citadel of Nagashazar, located at the bottom of the soul-sucking void known as the Shyish Nadir, Nagash and his favoured champions, the legendary Mortarchs, plot to cast down the nations of the living. In their place, they would raise an unchanging empire solely under the control of the great necromancer. A necrotopia in which concepts such as free will and emotion would be forgotten. In doing so, Nagash would starve his fellow deities of worship, leaving him the sole power in the cosmos. To achieve this, the great necromancer has myriad servants to call upon, the vampiric soul-blight warlords and their endless resurrected legions, the spectral terror troops of the night-haunt processions, the deranged cannibals of the flesh-eater courts, the disciplined hosts of the Osiric bone reapers. All of these forces march at the command of Nagash and his Mortarchs. Though the majority of those reverents are not individually as skilled as the living foes they face, they invariably attack in vast numbers beneath the cover of unnatural darkness. Worse still, their generals are suffused with necromantic power that sees the warriors rise again and again, no matter how many times they are struck down. Few mortals can resist the relentless will of the dead indefinitely, and many a city and kingdom has been ground down by the constant war against such abominations. And it goes on, of course, here. Just tells you that they can't be everywhere at once. Not all beings risen through the magic of Shyish are necessarily evil. In the Free City, songs are still sung of the Heldenhammer Crusade and the alliance struck between the Stormcasts and the Salamnis, Banshee Queen of Elixir. These are more the exception than the rule, whether jealous of life or determined to prove the supremacy of undeath. Many of Nagash's cadaverous servants share their master's hatred of all that breathes, and they would think nothing of butchering an entire city simply to replenish the ranks of their necromantic hosts. Just basically telling you what a bad dude he is. This Nagash, and there's a picture here. This one. The Osiric bone reapers care not whom they slaughter; they simply require more bone with which to forge new undead soldiers. The bloody remains of chaos worshippers serve just as well as any. So it's like he's got a load of recruits in his army that don't necessarily want to be under his command. And there he is. This is Nagash. Quite a big chap by the looks of it. Like a giant skeleton flying. Pretty cool model. Bringers of Death. And on this page here, zoom out a bit more. So you see on this page here, and there. By harnessing the power of necromancy, the champions of death are able to raise entire legions of undead to assail the living. They in turn must serve the inviolable will of their master, Nagash, the great necromancer. So what have we got here? Deadwalker zombies, soul-blight grave lords. Yeah, they're cool. Death rattle skeletons, soul-blight grave lords, skeletons. Vampire lords, soul-blight grave lords. Mortek guard, Osiric bone reapers. He looks like a skeleton in armor, basically, as well. Vok Mortian, master of the bone type, Osiric bone reapers. Don't know what he is. Mortizan bone shaper, Osiric bone reapers. Don't know what these guys are. Here we've got Aberrant Ghoul King, Flesh Eater Courts, and then an Aberrant Arc Regent, Flesh Eater Courts, Blood Heist Revenant, Night Haunt, Tomb Banshee, Night Haunt. Then of course you've got Nagash himself right here. Supreme Lord of the Undead. That's a really cool model though. So he's kind of the leader of the death armies then, that's what it would seem. Okay. Well, next it's going to talk about the mortal realms themselves. So I'm going to leave it there. So what we've dealt with there is the bringers of death, and I'm rather chuffed with that. Yeah, so this Nagash is the one to watch out for with that. So let's pop my little bookmark thing in there. So that brings me to the end of this getting started with Age of Sigmar. So Nagash is the bad dude. He's a bad guy. Yeah. I've got some undead stuff lying around somewhere. I've got some skeletons and whatnot, but we're doing this gradually, a bit at a time. Okay, and we'll see what's what here. See what these are. Best way to paint them up. But I'm thinking of painting my Stormcast here in a different, I don't know. You see, I'm after a champion for my my kind of like gladiator arena, which is going to be in my role-playing campaign. So I'm thinking of painting him, this one, up for that. But I do have other Stormcast Eternals, which I am in the process of painting up. I have them. I'm trying to paint them up according to like the box art and that kind of thing. But these guys, I think I'll just. In fact, he'd be good in a arena too, Cruel Boy, because I've got a box of Cruel Boys, so I could deal with that. I don't. I wonder if I could got anything I could show you. Right, so here is some things I have started painting up already. Not finished yet, but you know we're getting there. We're on the right tracks. These are a little bit further behind, but yeah, again, you can see I'm in the process of painting them up. These guys, they got swords and these spiky things on spears here as well. They seem to be Stormcast Eternals as well. But yeah, so that's what I've got going on really at the moment for Age of Sigmar. Like I say, we'll cover the Mortal Realms. We'll start doing that in the next video. Please give this video a thumbs up. There we go, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you dislike. Share it if you can, that would be awesome. And yeah, check out my Patreon if you'd like access to exclusive videos. And then you can let me know if you'd like some exclusivity with Age of Sigmar in the future, perhaps, who knows. Anyway, thanks very much guys, remember all brushes lead to all, and I'll see you on another video. Bye for now, bye bye.